I kind of feel like, especially, you know, with the Great One Red Deer grind, and we've had a Black Bear grind going, and all these different things, that at times we need to kind of take a break from that and just go for a more chill hunt. So we're out here on Layton. Good day to be a football fan, that it is, despite the insane game last night. Good lord. What's up, JW? That, you have no idea how much that helps my life in trying to refer to you as JW. Appreciate it. I messed up the streams. Yeah, so I'm using Stream Elements now, and I've been promising to do that for like 2 months. For those of you that are perhaps unaware, I used to use Streamlabs OBS, and to not get into too many details, they did some not so good things in terms of like work environment and stuff like that. And yeah, I've been wanting to switch. It was just kind of hunting season and stuff that slowed me down. And I think, is it the Flinter live stream title again? Is that what it is? That's not what it shows me. It's just like when I make... Okay, so as long as I don't create an event, we should be fine. I'm kind of learning how to use this thing. The alerts are different today. They are not going to be permanent alerts. There's no TK sound or such things. But yeah, I hope you guys like the little mini things I got going on for today's stream anyway. I saw somebody say congrats to the Steelers. Dude, okay, wait. Let me read this one here. Ooh, I can't scroll up in the chat as easily. That's a little annoying. Didn't think the Steelers were going to make it. Chargers Raiders had me with a heart attack. Dude, I was losing my mind. We have a fantasy football chat in Discord. We had a little fantasy league this year. And it was going back and forth. The Raiders got up like 29-14. I was like, okay, this is a weird number. It's not going to be a tie. Steelers are going to get in. And then Justin Herbert went into insane mode. That's a nice moose. And tied the game. They go into overtime. Both teams kick a field goal. And the Raiders legitimately started playing for a tie. I was so upset because both teams get in. That's how you get your team into the playoffs. I couldn't be mad at the decision from Basaccio, whatever the coach's name is. But it felt like, you know, you should kick the team out of the playoffs that just about came back and beat you. So then the Chargers called a timeout and Raiders kicked the field goal after a decent run. I was going to be so upset because it just felt like maybe the Steelers didn't earn their way into the playoffs as much as they should have, considering the fact that they needed help. But when it came down to a tie, and then it almost happened, it just didn't seem fair. Bottom Boy is the boys fan that he is. Was a Nailbiter, I had Herbs, and he had Jacobs in Bosa? Wait, IDP League? Are we talking about fantasy? I might have missed something because I was explaining my way through all that. Barely scraped a win. Nice. I'm sad the Vikings didn't make the playoffs. I saw, the Bears coach got fired. And I saw, for some reason, Brian Flores got fired. Didn't they end the season at like 500? Seems like a pretty drastic move. Nice, JW. What about the 49ers? That was a good game. I watched, so I went to my parents. I watched the Steeler game. Then I came back. I just kind of hung around here. I think I was doing Red Deer grinding, or I was hunting Axis Deer in Classic maybe, and watched the Rams-49ers game. The 49ers are going to be a tough team to beat, by the way. But I was basically waiting for that Sunday night game, knowing that if it ended in a tie, it would impact the Steelers' position. That I just watched that downstairs, focused. But the Rams game was a fun one to watch, or the 49ers game, I guess, considering they won it. As long as the Bucs don't win the Super Bowl, I'm happy. I don't know. I don't know what to make of them. They've lost a lot of key pieces, but a bunch of their defense is getting back. Chiefs are the 2 seed. Yeah, the Steelers get to play them again. That didn't go very well last time, so I'm not incredibly optimistic. But at least, I guess, from a Steelers fan perspective, they've had an opportunity to kind of see what they're up against. What's up, Rebecca? Vikings coach should be fired. Yeah, I mean, their defense... Okay, that's special. Considering he's a defensive coach, their defense doesn't seem to be a thing. Look at that. Little subscriber alert. So yeah, not permanent alerts, just kind of alerts considering I didn't have a bunch of time to set things up today. I wanted to see... I'm probably going to get custom alerts made, but I wanted to see how I like this whole system before I actually, you know, paid for such alerts and did that, but I like it so far. Shot a diamond moose and puma, nice. Hopefully we can get a diamond moose today. I was planning on focusing on moose a little bit. Probably not throughout the entire stream. We may look for a whitetail. I don't know that we've hunted Layton enough to completely rule out a random initial spawn great one or anything like that, so it would be nice to, you know, maybe find something cool like that or some other kind of initial spawn. I lost a legendary gator from, are you saying maybe 2 seconds in the water? It just depends on like the location that they enter the water. It has nothing to do with the time, unfortunately, which I kind of would prefer. It all comes down to how deep the water that they enter is, or how deep the water is at the point when they drop to like 0 health. It's kind of an annoying way to, you know, program something, but it just kind of is what it is, and we gotta find a way to deal. Is Nightbot working? Okay, good. So there's a Stream Elements bot as well that I have to set up, but it uses the same prefix, the exclamation mark, and I was like, man, I don't need double bot stuff. Trying to learn how to use this. Lost a 9 legendary blackberry yesterday. So when you say lost it, do you mean like you lost his tracks or whatever? And there's a blackberry actually. If that is the case, was it on your own map? Because if it was, it's still out there somewhere. Guess we'll smoke that bear too, just to call it a 338 on at this rate. Just smoking all the things. What's up, sweetness? What bitrate to use now? Currently, we're streaming at about 6,500. We, I think, had lowered it to 5,500 on YouTube for a while, and that was due to some issues I was having with the hardware. Now, that also mostly seemed to be related to the old streaming application that I used. Basically, like the application of resources or whatever, however that should be described. Like that, it just didn't do a good job of allocating resources where they should have been. There are bears everywhere. I guess Balmont's good for them, but the bad thing is we didn't get that 7. Got trolled by legendary grizzly bear. Hey, I did that too. Our recent Yukon hunt. It started that way. I found a great one red deer, but then got kicked from the server. You shouldn't be able to see great one red deer in multiplayer, as far as I'm aware. So it may have been hacked or something like that if that was the case. Unless that's been changed, but I don't think there was an update. There was talk about that happening, but I don't recall an update actually making that happen. Love this game, it's a good game. For all of its flaws and bugs and stuff, it's about as good as you can get. I'll still maintain that Classic is the best pure hunting game, but in terms of, you know, graphics and I would say like the variation in species and maps and stuff, Call of the Wild does have a beat. It's nice to have so many different options for like what to hunt, where to hunt, what to hunt them with. Now I think Classic does still have more weapons, but yeah, I mean, Call of the Wild, especially as the game gets older and as it gets new maps and new species added, it's getting tougher and tougher to just, you know, straight up rule out Call of the Wild as the best hunting game. I love using the Vasquez 45 Cyclone, very versatile rifle. Every time that we use it, I have an absolute blast. The only reason I don't carry it more is I tend to kind of prefer range with my weapons, and I mean, you can do well at range with the air gun, but when we hunt roe deer, for instance, on Quattro, that's my go-to. Being a Browns fan sucks. Man, you know, I'm not sure how you feel about Baker Mayfield or anything like that, so I'm not going to comment too much about like their quarterback situation or anything like that, but I just have to wonder if it was his contract situation as for like why he played this entire season. Because in my opinion, like their team was set up to win with average quarterback play, but throwing 12 interceptions just doesn't do it. So I hope it was more so like he was playing hurt and felt that he needed to play due to the contract, and that wasn't what he's supposed to play like. Being a Jags fan sucks. Hey, they won yesterday, and they're going to get the #1 pick anyway. Josh Allen, and I don't mean the quarterback, the Jags, Is he a defensive end? I believe so. Or a linebacker. He seems to be pretty solid. There's a nice moose. And there are a couple of good pass rushers in the draft. That guy from Michigan, and I forget the name of the other guy. They could have a pretty dominant defensive line, and that's a recipe to win for sure with a young quarterback. Bills aren't playoff ready. I don't know. The Bills could be pretty good. Love being a Titans fan. If Derrick Henry comes back, they are going to be terrifying to play in the playoffs because they've battled through a lot and still got the #1 seed. Were you scared for the Steelers? I think I lost about 5 years off my life yesterday. The Steelers-Ravens game was bad enough. Like, Kyla was not feeling too good, so I went to my parents and watched the game because I kind of thought that it was likely to be Roethlisberger's last game. So I was like, yeah, I should probably watch that with my dad and, you know, with my family and just kind of experience it one last time. Look at the alerts. I love it. So yeah, the Colts are losing to the Jags, and I keep on texting Kyla like, they know that the Colts are losing to the Jags, and this is the best they can do. And then, you know, they finally kind of got it together at the end, and then we get to the Chargers and Raiders, and they're about to tie. I'm losing my mind again. What's up, Vector? Hey, I'm using Stream Elements now. Only like 2 years later. Are you proud of me? Think I'm gonna clean after the stream? That's a good idea. What's that?
I said I need to be productive. Just a little.
We need to... Well, I need to call the people and get the washing machine fixed. That's what I need. They're probably closed by the time the stream's over. One day I'll do it. That default alert sound, though, I mean, I set it up like an hour ago. Give me a break. I wanted to see if I liked it. And if I did, I was going to get custom alerts. Now, I don't know if I'm ready for next week, but, you know, at least I've got alerts. What software do you use for editing videos? So I use Sony Vegas Pro. Now, that's a very expensive software. I got it through Humble Bundle years ago, and it's good. Like, I like it. It's kind of, I don't know if you've ever used OBS. It's similar to, like, the best way I can describe it is it's a software that is kind of made for people that understand what they're doing. It's not, you know, big, bright, colorful buttons. I'm trying to make this make sense. Like, there's a bunch of options, there's a bunch of stuff. It's not super pretty layout and stuff. It is just, you know, it's the tools that you need, and it works good. Now, I'm working with DaVinci Resolve at the moment because it's got a free trial version, and there's this, I described it in a, hey, we're gonna see another alert. Oh, wait a second. I want to see, I don't even remember what I did. Oh no, I do know what I did. Does it work as a membership renewal though? I hope it does. Otherwise, that's gonna be awkward. Maybe the membership renewals only show up in the chat. Well, Sweetness, thank you for renewing to eat 11 months. Keep up the great work. I love the videos. Thank you, man. I wish the alert would have worked. It might be possible to make that show up in the alerts. We'll see. You can help me with SE. I think I've got it mostly figured out, minus the fact that apparently the membership renewals don't show up. But yeah, I think I just need to get like custom alerts figured out. Anyway, to go back to DaVinci Resolve GW, like made for maybe not experts, but people that are familiar with the tools. Yeah, and it's made kind of with the idea in mind that I'm not even saying familiar with editing, like familiar specifically with Sony Vegas stuff. Once you learn it, it's very, you know, very good, but it takes a while to understand. But as far as DaVinci Resolve, like, it's got the free trial. In the free trial, I don't think it watermarks your videos. I'm pretty sure it's entirely, you know, usable. There are certain limitations. I want to see the sound effect now. Sweetness, thank you for the super chat. Little 12 on the screen. I thought that would be a good one. How was that a very... What was wrong with that shot? I have no idea. But yeah. There was a thing when I shot my doe in archery season. We were like filming, and I guess I didn't request this, but I guess to add more light, Dad was shining his extremely light or extremely bright flashlight on the deer or on me, I don't remember. And I guess it's like so high frequency light that it looks like a strobe light in the footage. So there's a thing you can download that will remove that. So I've been working with that, and they don't make it for Sony Vegas, so it's through DaVinci Resolve, and I'm trying to learn that. And it actually is a pretty nice software. I would definitely recommend giving that a look. Danny, thank you for the super chat. Found 2 rifles for 350 bucks, both 270 Savage Access. I mean, that's not a bad deal. I might give it a shot. Oh, hello there. Full level 3 Duckaroo. Glad I have the 22 today. Alright. Didn't think I was gonna hit that on the first try, but, you know, not gonna complain. Figures. Can't hit the next one. That'd be about right. Yep, there we go. 12 out of 12 shootage. Okay, good. Got all 3. Hi. It's probably the one that we shot. Ducks don't count. I know. Ducks are fake news. I do want a max score mallard still yet, and that one had a decent chance with an estimate up to 22. Is it rare to get light brown turkeys on Still Ridge? Because I have shot 4 of them. So I'm not sure if they're over-spawning or if they messed something up. So here's what I think happened. You'll notice there are certain rares that are like properly rare now that didn't used to be. I think piebald mule deer are among that group. Basically, in the patch notes for the Mississippi update, there was a line that said something along the, well, a line that said something along the lines of standardizing rare tiering or something like that. So what I think happened is they've got some light brown other turkeys. Like the Rio Grandes have a light brown that is not white. Like they're a kind of common variation. And I think they kind of messed up and forgot that Merriam turkeys are supposed to be a rare when they're light brown, and they're spawning as a common when they're probably not meant to. I think that's what's happening. So no, they're not rare at the moment. They're kind of supposed to be, and I don't know when or if that is going to get fixed. Darslone, thank you so much for the super chat. Your vids helped me a ton. Keep up the great work. Well, that's awesome to hear, man. I'm glad they've helped, and I've seen some clips and stuff around the community. Keep up the great work with the streams as well. I do have that as well, Victor. I do have multiple profiles set up already. I was working with that earlier because I was like, man, I don't even know how to log in and out, because that's what I used to have to do. So those are set up and stuff. Somebody's asking about my loadout. Was that you, Kyla?
Yes.
So at the moment, it's a bit of a weird loadout. We've got the 338, 270 Warden, 243, and 22, and a moose color. The 338 is a little bit heavy, and I think the 270 is heavier than like the 303 or the M1. So had to only roll with one color today. What are the main differences you've noticed between Streamlabs and Studio? So firstly, I'll mention again, like the reason that I stopped using Streamlabs OBS was mostly due to some stuff that came out about like workplace environment and like some very not good stuff that they were apparently doing. And evidently it's not an OBS Studio software. Like they sort of use the name and stuff without permission. That's what I've read. I don't know how true that is. But yeah, the biggest issue I've had with Streamlabs was that like the allocation of resources was not good. So like right now I'm using 2% of my CPU, like whatever that means. I'm not smart enough to understand that. How you doing?
I wanted to watch. And listen to you sing.
So yeah, Streamlabs would sometimes get up to 10% of the CPU usage, and that would result in some rather laggy streams. So I even had to turn down my graphics settings. I was at the high preset. I've gone back to ultra since streaming with OBS Studio, and it's basically a non-stop 60 FPS. It's rare that I ever see it go below that. I haven't noticed it with OBS Studio. Alerts such as Ben's super chat here. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. They used to cause my frames to just explode with Streamlabs, like they'd go like do for a while. I don't see OBS Studio having those issues either. He'll kind of leave you alone. Sweetness said it.
Bye.
Bye. Waco, thank you for the super chat. Do you know Candace? No. I think I'm gonna quit my job. What's going on, bottom boy? I legitimately thought you said don't forget to like the Steelers. I don't know. Don't fall for it? I mean, I assume it's something from that, but I don't know what. I'm assuming the next one will let me know. He fell for it? I mean, I wish I knew what that one was, because I do not. Not Candace!
Yikes.
Do you know what it is? Oh.
Yeah,
You didn't tell me?
I was in my own world.
You'd get a job with me, I'd pay enough? 12 cents an hour.
Scouter for hunts.
What's that?
Scout places for us to hunt next
In real life or in game?
in real life.
Okay. I thought you meant, because I was going to say there's enough people that think I do that. Use the moose call, they'll call back? I mean, they should just be kind of drinking at the moment around the water. Are you going to post more Red Dead on YouTube? I probably should. I know there's going to be holes in the VODs now, because I want to say it was around the time that I was moving, I ended up not getting the VODs from Twitch uploaded to my second channel. But yeah, I'm intending on getting back to those streams. I was going to do it this week, and I'm pretty sure at least going forward as far as like playoff games go, even though I don't think the Steelers are going to advance past the first round, we're going to cross our fingers and hope for the best. Those games won't be at 1 o'clock, so I don't have to worry about streams kind of overlapping that. No, Vector. This moderator cannot. Thank you for the super chat, though. Do you pay for Streamlabs Prime? I don't even know what Streamlabs Prime is. Or whatever studios. Nah, I don't pay for anything. Whatever this is called, SE Live. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like a plugin with OBS Studio through Stream Elements. That's a nice little coyote right there. It also is free. I believe there is like a premium version or something, but doesn't seem to be necessary. Had to finish the joke? Oh, I see. Just getting so burnt out, tired of stressing endlessly about stuff I have no control over but am responsible for. Honestly, I get that. Alright. That worked pretty good. Oh, the hugs. It kind of... That's what's tough about, you know, a lot of jobs. Like, you're held responsible for things that stress you out, even though you have no control, and it's kind of unfair in a lot of different circumstances. I get you. Will Call of the Wild run over 60 FPS, or is that just what you run it at? Yeah, it'll run, I think, as high frame rate as your hardware can handle. Now, the reason that I run at 60 FPS and no higher is that, okay, so first of all, like, the way that I do that is somewhere. It is not 640 by 480. I don't know why it says that. It's definitely 1920 by 1080. I hope so. Otherwise, hold on. I wonder if it does look a little better. I don't know. Anyway, VSync is on through something. Apparently, I can't figure out where that is done. But yeah, the reason I run at 60 FPS is during streams, if I run at a higher frame rate, it just gets all weird and laggy and stuff. When's the deer video coming out? I'm gonna make a video on that very soon. Kind of explaining the whole situation. So I've talked about this a good bit on streams and stuff. Essentially, through Meat Hunters, we've been working with a TV network, Wild TV. I know they air in Canada. I know they air in some countries in Europe. I do not know if they air in the States. That I am going to find out before I make that video. But yeah, we're working with them to hopefully kind of air we'll call it a show on their network. And the intention, and as far as I know, the end result for the videos is that they're going to end up on YouTube as well. I think it's just going to be after Wild TV now. I've been talking to TK even today about when the Wild TV stuff is supposed to happen. I think I'm going to try to wait until we have like a better date really figured out before I make that video as well. but I'm hoping by like the fall to have the YouTube videos out, and I know that's a long wait. The WoW TV stuff has been in the works since last March, and had I known I was going to shoot a buck of that caliber, I probably wouldn't have been like, yeah, I'm going to wait forever to upload that video, because it is killing me, I promise, to not share that hunt with you guys. I've been working on the video, I've watched it like 12 times, there's some things I want to do to make it better. I've been really working to make that one perfect. But yeah, I'll try to explain everything when I have more details in a video. And until then, maybe if possible, I'll have like a little teaser footage or something. We'll see if I'm allowed to do that. Is it a bug to get two of the same great ones? I mean, you can kill two great ones. I'm not quite sure about a bug. You ruined the joke. How could you? I don't either. I fell asleep watching your videos the other day. Your voice is so peaceful. Well, I'm glad it could assist in the lullaby. Why do I think I know the tune that's supposed to be said, Lori. You must use the duck emote. Grinding for a great one, whitetail. I'm about to shoot a gold melanistic. That's pretty cool. In my opinion, that's about as rare as a great one. I did not kill a single melanistic on my great one grind, actually. Alright, go somewhere else. Let's see. I think up here is pretty good for moose again. Let's actually start here and go around. I wonder if our albinos that should be common will get fixed in our lodges. The whitetail that became albinos when you shot them as commons, like stuff like that. I thought they said that wasn't going to be fixed. There may be a time where they are able to fix it, but I remember they originally said it was going to be like a retroactive fix, and I thought they said like the other ones it was going to kind of be like a shot in the dark as to whether they change or not. This place is chill? Yes. That is the goal. Do you wear blue light glasses? I do not. I've considered it. I've never had really any issues. That was a nice duck in there too. I've never had any issues with my eyes or sight or anything like that due to, being on the PC or whatever. Now, that may change, and if it does, I'll definitely start wearing them. I know Kyla does, and they seem to help. What's up?
How do you zoom in with a shotgun without a scope?
Oh, okay. So, I don't think I have the perk currently active. Which is it? And no, it is. It's focus shot right here. Rifles. It's not just rifles, though. I think shotguns count, too. So let me take my scope off. Hold my breath. It zooms in. I forgot that I even had that active. I still rarely use open sights. But yeah, that should be what you're after there. Where's my duck? I don't see it. Did it disappear? Is it here already? Hello? Dead duck is gone? Diesel, thank you so much for the super chat. What's your rifle score? Oh boy, I have no idea. A lot.
Yeah, like...
1,629,257. I wonder if I use rifles a lot in this game. Got so used to wearing my glasses it kills me to not have them on while working. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I can envision you in anything but the sunglasses that you wear.
I need to get mine.
Excuse you. Put your drink in front of mine.
Do you want me to keep it on the floor and spill it? Huh?
Yes.
Yes?
Mhm.
So you can clean it up? Cool.
It'll be like a energy drink sponge. Been on the grind and just spotted the great one. Nice, Evan. Have you done any real life hunting videos this year? Technically, well, I guess since it's 2022 at this point, I have not. I did some turkey hunting videos in spring of 2021, and I've got stuff filmed. I just talked about it. If you want to go back like 5 minutes, I kind of explained that whole situation. I won't get into it again too much, but the plan is the videos are going to come out on YouTube eventually. There's just a whole bunch of stuff going on before that. The fact that the gun doesn't move is actually hilariously broken looking. You think it would zoom into the front sight post? Yeah, it does kind of just move. It kind of just adjusts your FOV. What?
What does golly mean?
Did you say that?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it. I had my headset on. It's, I don't know what it means.
I don't know, it's just a southern thing, I guess.
Yeah, we
Like
mostly
cheese,
say it as a
but
joke.
not cheese.
Yeah, like cheese. There you
Like
go.
goodness, I don't know.
Like cheese. Good thing I didn't have my scope on. Slow down, dude. Found an albino cow and melanistic cow in the same herd yesterday in multiplayer. That's pretty neat. I think YouTube gets confused with subs and just plays them over and over. I might remove the sound and then just leave those on. Because I like that. That was one thing that I kind of missed. When YouTube went away from like having the super accurate sub counts. Like now for me, it'll say 306k and you're not going to see anything else till we hit 307k. There's no 306.1. You know, you can't go to my channel and see it's 306,000, I don't know what, 812. I missed, like, during the streams that people wouldn't have their names on screen, because, like, I know that people like to subscribe and see their names come up, and I also absolutely know that not everyone is willing to or able to super chat or become a member to get their name up, so that might be a thing. The alerts, at least having a sound might get a little obnoxious, but I think I like that idea. I use Jeepers over Golly. me and Kyla just... I don't even know why it started, but we just... we do it or say it more so than we would
I haven't said
normally.
it in a while.
I feel like we stopped saying it as much. For a while, though, it was...
You started saying it because I said it so much.
You all talk weird, man. Listen, Dooryard. I don't want to hear it, okay? What's your goal for this year? In terms of the channel? I mean, generally speaking, like, it's, for the last couple of years, it's just, like, the next 100k milestone, so 400k. Other sort of goals would be... I mean, in terms of, like, stuff here, I'd like to hopefully get a doggo and do a video with that. I don't have, like, a lot of long-term goals. My New Year's resolution, if there is such a thing, I know nobody keeps them, is just to spend more time outside and outdoors. The cool thing, somebody asked how I don't get burnt out with Call of the Wild in the last couple of weeks. And one of the biggest things has been moving here to where I can just go outside. Because when I was just trapped basically at my PC, I would get bored of Call of the Wild, because, like, what else am I going to do? But now I can kind of, you know, spend time outside and enjoy all that, so that's a goal. Dooryard is the only main slang I know that's actually appropriate for YouTube. Well, at least there's one. Danny, thank you for the super chats. Reminder to chat, if you use caps, you'll get all the slabs. If you repeat by a mod, you will get beat. I thought that was going to say yeet. If you anger the mods, you'll be sent to God. Can we make that we need to change the stream rules and just make it that. Jonathan, thank you for the super chat as well. What's up, Acid? Hey, why the heck did the Dolphins fire Brian Flores? I need you to do a press conference and explain that to me. Wait. It's gone. Come to Florida, we can spend a lot of time outside. Does anybody spend time indoors in Florida? I feel like it's too warm for that. Goodness gracious, opening the map is such a laggy mess. It's due to zones. They really need to come up with a way to solve that. A goal for you should be to get another great one? Yeah, I mean, as far as, like, Call the Wild goals go, because there's been a streak of, it's either 3 or 4 years, I would like to, you know, hopefully have another super rare by the end of the year. Having a whole year to potentially accomplish that, it feels doable. A great one for sure. Hopefully we can get that red deer in the next month or so. I've been trying to put in time. Last night we hit 3,000 kills in that grind. There should be a video on that dropping fairly soon, because On Friday on Twitch, we shot a diamond. We finally got a diamond small rack, and I was able to screenshot the true racks evaluation or whatever they call it, and I finally can understand like why they score that way. I still don't agree with it, but at least I can see why. David, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. All I've heard in my Discord for the past month has been football. Football is 12 out of 12. I guess there's no main football team, though. I'd like a super rare in general. That's fair enough, Mel. I can't believe you don't have one. I really, because you have all the cool things. It's gonna happen eventually. This year's the year. Yes, YouTube. Oh, the alerts. How do you get the crossbow? Weapon pack 1. What's that?
Someone said congrats on your buck.
Oh, well, thank you. The antlers are sitting in my room right now because I like to look at them. Have we got any diamonds yet? We shot a diamond mallard. 20.2 was actually decent scoring. Likely one that we will put in the lodge. In fact, I was looking when we did the trophy lodge tour. I really like the albino antelope jackrabbit that we shot. It's been a thing. Basically like gold or better rares or diamond. Just, it's like a standard that I want for the trophy lodge because I'm trying to make what is, in my opinion, like the ultimate trophy lodge. So we may put the mallard in that spot, even though the albino is very cool. We did that, you know, crazy jackrabbit grind on Rancho, and then we ended up killing a diamond in multiplayer recently to finally make the multi-mount. Maybe we'll get after rabbits again one of these days on Rancho. It could be a thing too, if we ever get the Great One Red Deer, we can get back to our Rancho whitetail grind for that. Because that is still a plan to get a second one. We'll see. Hey, what do you do, Vector? Define super rare or your scoring as such. So essentially a rare animal that also scores diamond. Now, the definition of rare in terms of, you know, fur types is a little hard to define because, like, let's say, I shot multiple super rares last year. I think I shot 2 piebald diamond axis deer in 2021, but piebald axis deer are just too common to really be considered a rare in most people's eyes, so I didn't count those. I think it was 2021, I shot a piebald diamond harlequin. Most piebald ducks aren't really considered rares, and diamond ducks are fairly common too, so that didn't really count. I ended up shooting a piebald diamond gray fox literally like 2 weeks before the end of 2021, and that was kind of my super rare to continue that little streak I've had going. But yeah, it's not just strictly a diamond that is also like a rare fur type, but that's the easiest way to describe it. The definition is something Mel is not allowed to have. The fact that you didn't get any in all of your Great One grinding is kind of insane. You know, when I did my whitetail grind, I had whatever it was, 1,650 kills, 2 super rares, and the Great One. Through doing that, I wasn't aware that getting 2 super rares was all that lucky. I was like, man, I shot 2,000 whitetail, no wonder I got 2 super rares. You look at it now, like, that's not a thing that happens. It was insane luck, especially since one was a level 2, but that was, you know, at the time, level 2, blacktail and whitetail here. Level 2 diamond whitetail were more common, I think, then than they are now. I mean, I guess we'll shoot a whitetail with the 270, why not? Yes, give me the hard shot. Thank you, sir. You enjoy poems?
Yes.
You were a poet and you didn't know it? Well. To call the wild gods love me, but only so much. I'm allowed awesome rares, but no supers. I saw, by the way, somebody shot an albino diamond gator. I think that was the first super rare one. I kind of thought you were going to get it with your streak of rare gators you had going. Snakehead, thank you for the super chat. Are the melted 6 cinnamon teal rare or just uncommon? So I don't know. The reason that I don't know is because I think generally people are aware that piebald cinnamon teal are reasonably common, and therefore they don't shoot them when they see them, and they look so similar that I think there's a decent chance that, you know, a lot of melted 6 cinnamon teal potentially are passed off as piebalds and not even shot. I could be incorrect about that. Like, when I see a piebald cinnamon teal, if it's not a level 3, if I'm in multiplayer, Yeah, I'll probably let it go. I don't even know how to identify the difference between a melanistic and a piebald, and that's kind of what it comes down to. You should do a face cam? Maybe one day, who knows. I have a hard time feeling like adding a face cam to a Call of the Wild stream adds a whole lot. Now, if I was playing like a horror game or something like that, it kind of makes more sense, but all I'm really doing is looking back and forth between the chat and the screen, so I don't know. Maybe one day. I specifically went looking for a melanistic and couldn't find one for a long while. I really do want a mela. I'm happy with a couple of diamonds we got, but like a gold rare of some kind would be cool, and a meligator just seems like amazing. I knew I heard ducks. Small guys, we'll let them go for now. A piebald looks almost completely dark brown / black, but melanistic conversely actually has more red visible on the body. Really? I wouldn't even know what to look for, to be honest. You guys stream this year?
Well, someone asked me if I was going to put out a video this year, and I said probably. But I've been talking a lot about streaming. So, we'll see.
Well, in the couple of times you've taken over from me, you've done well, so... Yeah. I can't be in a mod. Holy... About 2 hours ago, I got a silver piebald buck and was wondering if it's any rare. I mean, piebalds of just about anything are rare. Ooh, that was too low. I forgot the range. Oops. Welcome back, JW. What type of mic do you have? I've got a Blue Yeti. It's a good microphone. I like it a lot. If you're handing out mods, I'll throw my name in the hat. Out here, Oprah mod free. Did I miss anything? You might have missed a diamond mallard eagle. I'm not sure if you were here to catch that or not. What did I miss? Yeah, just like I happened to mention there, the only really significant kill's been the piebald or diamond mallard. Got piebalds in my brain now. We have shot a couple of nice moves, but none that were anywhere near diamond potential. How rare are albino diamond harlequin duck? Now, I do think they're a bit more rare than your average rare duck, or rare diamond duck for that matter. It seems to be the case that albino harlequins are like kind of more rare, and melanistic harlequins I think too. To me, they're still not super rares. But maybe I just, have been lucky with the rare harlequins I've found. Can you get a great one in a rare fur type like albino? With whitetail, you most definitely can. With red deer, I'm not sure. It seems that every great one red deer harvested has been the fabled spotted fur type. Now, does that mean they can't spawn as a rare? No. Because up until LC shot a great one that was albino for whitetail, like there hadn't been any to be evidence of that being possible. I don't know what to think with red deer though, because there have been some common great ones that were found dead, and I know that's going to sound really weird if you weren't aware of it at the time, but there was a bug or something that was making them just spawn in dead. They were never alive. You couldn't shoot them. You could just kind of find them. Those, at least some of them were common, so I don't know what that means. It may mean nothing. It may have just been a weird bug. Great ones can be albino, at least the whitetail can. There's a fabled piebald whitetail variation as well. Now, one got posted on Reddit. It was, I don't mean to be pessimistic, or I don't mean to question the legitimacy of like a thing that I literally know nothing about, but it was posted on Reddit. It was like a 240 meter neck shot, evidently with the starter scope while it was trotting, and it was a fabled piebald great one. Now, was it the most insane lucky shot ever on the most insane lucky spawn ever? Maybe, but the reason that I think a lot of people are kind of you know, harsh when it comes to great ones being posted in Discord, like, you know, post your harvest history. We need to legitimize this, is because if hacked great ones are allowed to be passed off as legitimate ones, you're going to devalue the legit ones earned through hundreds of hours and thousands of kills. So that's why I'm a little, you know, not sure what the deal with that one is, but if it was legit, it's incredible. I don't have any better trophies than your great one, Red Deer. What do you mean?
You do. I'm just saying that's the only thing I one up you is that, and then the gold rares.
Your gold rare Red Deer? Yeah, I can't. I have a nice piebald, but that was from before the
Yeah,
grind.
but I got a nicer one now.
Not nicer than mine.
Really?
I have a mythical.
I know, but that 7 looks pretty good.
He does have the nice. I do like that rack.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you meant score-wise.
No.
I got you. You mean how pretty it is.
I got 2 level 7 piebalds.
And you got a 7 melanistic and an 8 albino. All these hacks. What's up, T-Gallops? Tell Kylo roll tide for me.
Ugh,
Oh dear.
No.
Before that gets too far away, Snakehead, thank you for the super chat. One of the reasons why I asked is because it was a diamond, and like you said, it looks very similar to piebald. You shot a melanistic diamond? That might be a legit super rare. I don't know what to make of them. Kylo just wants to show off. Indeed, it's true.
The only thing I can show off compared to you.
I have nothing in this game.
But in classic.
Yeah, Kyla has multiple rares that are better than anything I've achieved for those species in 10 years, so what am I doing wrong? I gotta go to Kyla's map to get a 190 these days. I wondered, like, if anybody would, you know, be in the comments, and I haven't gone through all of them, but didn't that happen with the non-typical mule deer I shot? That may have been my map, but we hunted together on loggers one time. Or we hunted on the same map. And I said, like, in the video, I offered this to Kyla, she wants to find her own stuff, and that's how I kind of am too. But I wondered if anyone's going to be like, that was Kyla's map, you should have given her the 190. Well, don't worry, she shot a 53 albino coyote, like, 45 minutes later on her own map after I was done.
All because Acid told me to.
I did exactly this today, makes a nice change to clear the head. Yeah, when you get into that grinding mentality too much, I don't know, it removes a little bit of the fun. Now, like, I love games where you can work towards a goal, and as much as grinding is, like, a very unrealistic way to hunt, I actually like that aspect to Call of the Wild. Like, in Classic, as far as the 200 whitetail goes, not only do I have to, you know, spend a bunch of hours unless you get insanely lucky, and, you know, probably shoot at potentially hundreds of whitetail. If I get a 200 to spawn on my map, I also have to find it on that hunt or it's gone forever. Whereas in Call of the Wild, if it spawns, it's on your map, eventually you can, you know, end up in that spot. That is one of the things that makes Call of the Wild, or makes Classic rather, more realistic, and it's one of the things that makes Classic maybe even more replayable because every single spawn is fresh. But I like that you can kind of work towards earning a certain thing, but on occasion you just got to get away from just, you know, efficient zone to zone to zone, like non-stop, like trying to make a bunch of shots and stuff. It can get to be a little much. What's up, Silver? Why host maps? What are the benefits? Somebody just asked me this in a multiplayer game recently, actually. What are the odds that was you? Not sure. But, yeah, so there are potential drawbacks as well. And Jared, thank you for the super chat. Haven't stopped in to watch a stream in a while. How's it going, GG's and Fantasy, by the way? Hey, thank you. That was a fun league. I hope we get to do that again in the future. It's going good, man. Hope it's going well for you too. So yeah, benefits of hosting multiplayer. So there's a couple benefits and a couple definite kind of drawbacks. The benefits are, let's say, well, for one is like zone discovery. So if you got 6 people running around your map, every zone they discovered stays on your map as long as you remain the host. Like, if you disconnect, like let's say your internet dies, and then you find someone that was in that game, like your server will still be up and you rejoin that, those zones no longer stay on your map because you're no longer the host. What's up?
The shooting with, like, bows and stuff, does that reduce pressure?
Yeah, by 50%.
Because someone kept asking, and I don't know.
Yeah, bows reduce hunting pressure. So the zone discovery is one thing in multiplayer. The next thing is, let's say, like for respawns. If you're having like a really good hunt, you can probably kill like 30 animals in an hour at best. If you've got, let's say you're mass full, you've got 8 people on there. Now, they're probably going to have a lower average kill per hour, but what if it's 10? You're still getting 80 per hour instead of 30? Like, it's almost 3 times more new animals for your next hunt based on respawns. Now, of course, some of those harvests may be diamonds, some of them may be rares, some people are going to find cool stuff. That is the potential risk. But I think you're going to end up with more reward. Like, I haven't hosted my multiplayer in a while. And I don't tend to find as many good things in single player anymore. I really don't. So maybe that's something I gotta start doing in streams again. Maybe we'll do that soon. What's that, Silver? Any tips for hunting fox in Call of the Wild? Generally I would hunt their drink times. The tough part about an animal that size is that they can hide so easily, you know, in grass or behind brush and stuff that it's really easy to miss them. But at least in their drink time, you know they're going to be near the water, right? You know roughly where they should be. So you can spend more time looking in the areas that they're going to actually be at. Red fox drink 19 to 2300 on both Yukon and Hirschfelden. Gray fox drink 17 to 21 on Mississippi, I think.
Yes.
I forgot the tax is super rare. That would be pain. I've done it with a diamond before. Planet Zoo. I wish that I was more creative because that game is so much fun, but I can't make any good looking exhibits. I've got all these grand ideas, and then I start and it just looks terrible, and then I get sad. Do you know any whitetail need zones near South Lake in Layton? Having a difficult time with Doc's mission number 26. Would I be correct in saying that this is South Lake? I think it is. I'm pretty sure this is South Lake. They can drink there. If you don't have any whitetail drinking there, I would probably see if you've got any drinking up in this area. I definitely get whitetail to drink there. You can get them drinking here as well. And if you have to, kind of like crawl backwards and call them in. I've done it before for missions. It is a pain, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get some of them done. If you lose a need zone, will it respawn? What's up, Billy? So if you lose a need zone, like let's say, you know, you shoot 4 animals in one spot and the need zone disappears, the animals are going to move that need zone. Now it depends on the location that you're at. This is actually a pretty good example of what can be a bad location to lose a need zone. So obviously I've got the 338, it's single shot. There's no way I'm killing 4 elk right here, but let's say I did. Let's also pretend that's a drink zone, not a feed zone. I mean, there's so much water around here, they can move to almost anywhere. Whereas, if it's down here at this lake, they're probably just going to scoot around here because there's like nowhere else to go, you know? That's where it's kind of... It can be beneficial to delete zones depending on the location that you're at. But definitely, you know, like along a river or something, I would not intentionally do it. Brett, thank you so much for the multiple super chats. Or did that alert come up twice? I think it just came up twice. Either way, appreciate you, man. Gonna just shoot 2 elk real quick. You and Kyler are a couple goals. Also, your streams and videos have helped me with a lot of stress and depression and heartbreak. Well, I'm glad they've been helpful. And thank you. Gross, you say? Does Rancho have any red deer? No. Rancho has whitetail deer and mule deer as their deer species. When should I delete a zone on purpose? Okay, this is going to be tough without actually being able to show you one. Let's say, for instance, you're doing a whitetail grind on Layton. I would probably recommend Rancho for a whitetail grind, but maybe you don't own Rancho. Maybe you just want to do it on Layton. If you've got a bunch of whitetail that are drinking in brush, delete that zone. Because it's going to be so much of a pain to like actually see where they're at, to be able to get your shots off. Like, you're going to end up wasting more time on it than you gain by trying to shoot them there. I've done that on Quattro with my red deer a decent amount. There's a spot on the west side of the map where they can drink in like the most difficult place to get a bunch of them. And if you can delete that zone, they end up drinking in a much easier spot to hunt on that lake. And I keep on deleting the zone by accident and they keep moving around, but I also have to delete it on purpose and kind of get them back where I want them to be. It is tough, it depends on where they're at, but it mostly comes down to the ease or difficulty of hunting a particular zone. If you've got them in a spot where, you know, they're in the wide open, they're easy to find every single time, I would be very careful to not get too much pressure. Did the hype die in Mississippi, didn't that like just come out? I wouldn't say the hype died so much as, like, for me at least, I was streaming it basically the first week of December for like a week straight, and then I hunted it for a while, and then I ended up getting like, you know, a diamond of everything on the map, got a super rare, and I just kind of was like, alright, I've got some other things that I wanted to work on. There's still some stuff from Mississippi I'd love to get. There are rare quail that are so cool. Like, I want to get an albino one. I definitely want a gold rare gator. Leucistic gray fox are one of the coolest looking rares. Like, that's something I'd love to get as well, but it's stuff that's guaranteed to take a while. And there's just other things that I've been working on for longer that I want to do first. What's up, Lucky? How do you delete zones? By getting too much hunting pressure. So if you shoot 4 animals all in one spot, you'll delete that zone. Wish there were more rabbits here, I would just do it. Let's see if I can get 2 of them. I'm probably not good enough for this game. Almost had it. If only I could have got multiple. I shot 2 elk back behind us here. You see where this pressure is a little bit brighter? If you shoot 4 animals in one spot, it'll be like a real bright pink, and that'll delete any zones within that pressure. Do you always run? Pretty much. People ask like how I see so many animals by running. There's a couple of really important aspects of that. Number 1, I do not wear a backpack. A lot of people wear a backpack because it allows you to carry more equipment. The issue is it makes so much noise. It spooks animals from so much farther. It is just simply not worth the benefit of carrying more weapons or more gear. I also have, in my skills, go to Stalker, the middle of tier 2, Safi. It reduces the noise generated when moving through, you've got grass and leaves for level 1, and then large vegetation for level 2. I've got both of those. Animals mostly spook due to sound in Call of the Wild. I do walk, you know, I'll crouch, I'll, you know, crawl, like, depending on, like, if I'm sneaking up on an animal or if the wind's bad. Situationally, that's a tough word to say, I will, but, not often. You just stop me from wearing a backpack? Yeah, I mean, like, let's say you're going to bring a bunch of tents and tripods around and set stuff up. Yeah, I'd wear a backpack, but only while setting stuff up. If you're wearing one while hunting, you're gonna spook a lot more animals than it's worth carrying it for. How many diamonds do you have with the duck that we got today? 849. I know that says 1,149. That is incorrect. For about a month after Bloodhounds came out, the game was incorrectly counting golds as diamonds, and yeah, luckily I knew the number that I had before that started happening, and I was able to kind of figure out where I should have been. Have you had the glitch with the elk where only antlers show? It's actually pretty much every single species. At a distance, the bodies disappear and only antlers are visible. I'm pretty sure they're aware of that, and that's being worked on. It's a pretty weird thing to see when that happens, though, for sure. Where else are moose at? I don't even know. Down here? Probably? Do you have a streaming playlist for music? Can we have Mike Tomlin? No, Acid, you cannot. Streaming playlist for music. So I use Epidemic Sound, and I don't even know if you can make... There must be a way to make public playlists, because there are playlists you can, like, listen to for free. Maybe I'll try to do that. I don't have one at the moment, but maybe I can make one. Oh, hi. Okay, bye. Might have been a bit back. I felt alright. Must have been too far back. Do you want single player or multiplayer more? Probably, considering the amount of hours that go into grinds like the Great One grind, or, you know, the last major diamond grind we did was... I was gonna say Red Fox. It might have been the Antelope Jackrabbit one in Rancho that we ended up completing in multiplayer. Same with the Fox grind, unfortunately. So it's probably more hours in single player. There's a thick moose. Where is he? Not down there. Please, we'll take good care of him. Probably not, though. Probably fire him after a actually kind of decent season. How rare is the red duck? I'm not aware of a red duck. I've made an elk out of wood with small knives. Been recovering from a bad cut. I would have probably ended up doing the same thing to myself. I always cut myself when I'm doing stuff like that. Okay, bye. Where are you going?
Getting off the floor. I can't get my chair over there.
Why? You can...
Holy, it's snowing good now.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they're ever going to deliver. I recently bought 4 trail cams, and they just refuse to deliver them. They're like, nah, you don't get trail cams. It keeps on snowing. I want to like look for tracks, find places, because, you know, I've lived here for less than 4 months at this point, and obviously, you know, I got a nice buck off this property, and that's great, but, oh, that one didn't even die. I don't know why I'm going this way. Like, I still don't know deer movement patterns at this property that much, to the point where I feel like I can just, you know, go set up trail cameras wherever. Like, the potential to find tracks in the snow and understand deer movement a lot better is something I've been really looking forward to. And then, like, I finally ordered the cameras and stuff, and I don't know why, they're just not, like, they've switched from, they were supposed to be delivered today. Then they switched it to, actually they were going to be delivered last Friday, and now it just says delivery date unavailable, so I don't know. I have no kids. No small Flantros. Ben, thank you for the super chat. If you had to add any animal in the game, what animal? I really think Doll Sheep could fit on Yukon. Coos Deer I think would have been a better move than Whitetail on Rancho. I think Tar on New Zealand would be good. If I had to choose, it might be Doll Sheep. I like them a lot. It might be what I go with. Weirdest time you have died in Call of the Wild? I don't know if I ever showed it on video. I think it still exists. There was, and I think still is, a place on Rahunga where if you kind of take a four-wheeler to the edge of it and then really slowly kind of drive off, it will send you absolutely flying. And the first time that ever happened, I didn't know what was happening. And my reaction would have been so good to have on video. That might be a diamond whitetail over there. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording that one, but I've since flown from that position many times. It's just non-existent. I love your vids. It got me into the Hunt to Call of the Wild. That's awesome, man. Glad to hear that. Boy, that one looked... that's not the diamond rack. That one looked very light at a distance. Is your host a multiplayer map also your single player map? Yes. So, you know, like I was talking earlier about the potential benefits of hosting multiplayer. If you've got like a really cool diamond or something that you don't want shot by someone else, I wouldn't recommend hosting. But, you know, if you're not aware of anything, if you just want respawns, Yeah, absolutely, I'd throw your map up. What got you into this game? So I played Classic, which was the kind of original hunting game. I was gonna say by EW. They didn't make Classic, they bought it and then like continued to develop it afterwards, I do believe. But yeah, actually, I believe I'm one of few that even is aware this existed. The Hunter Classic, and I think it was before EW owned it, had a TV commercial back in about 2009. I was at my aunt's, and like everybody, like all my cousins are way older than me and my siblings, just kind of the way that worked out. So I was too young to even know what was going on, really. I would have been like 11 or 12, I think. So we saw this commercial, and my cousin, who was probably like 28 or so at the time, yeah, all of them still kind of played video games too, but anyway, we went down to his PC, checked it out, and it looked kind of cool, but for whatever reason, he kind of was like, nah, we're not going to do anything with this. So I went home, and that was kind of that. I ended up playing Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2009 like 12 times. I beat it a bunch of times, and then I was finally like, you know, I need a new hunting game. And then I just remembered that the Hunter Classic existed. I went, made an account. Here we are 10 plus years later, and I still play it. Still a really fun game. I think I missed Captain Pingo. I like your name, man. Thank you for the super chat. Are geese broken just now on Hirschfelden? Geese are, in fact, broken, yes. I believe they don't come into decoys or something like that. I actually don't even know what, like, how they're broken. I've not hunted them. I just know they are. Hello. Okay, bye. Later, sweetness. Appreciate you dropping by today. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Look at all these bunnies out here. There's gotta be a 3 somewhere, right? Not in this group, there's not. I'm kind of proud that I guessed that distance right without actually ranging it. Oof. I tried the time that he was going to take off with that shot. Almost had it. Is it worth buying the game? I have it cracked, but there's still lots to be fixed. Well, I think it's worth buying the game. I mean, it goes on sale so often for so cheap, it's not that big of an investment, but I'm not so sure. I have no idea what cracked versions are or what they do, so I know nothing. Thanks, Rebecca. Why aren't there any ducks flying when I'm hunting them on Layton? I think ducks should work differently. They mostly just sit on the water. How do you get the 22 long rifle? That is a part of Weapon Pack 1. Best scope? That is actually a matter of opinion. If you want the scope that has the most zoom, that is the Argus. That's the scope I'm using right now. A lot of people prefer the Hyperion scope, and it's for a number of reasons. The field of view is better. One kind of big drawback to using the Argus scope is the size of like the area around the scope. Like it's a really thick, I don't know, it takes up a lot of your screen. I prefer the zoom. I prefer to be able to be kind of pinpoint accurate over the larger FOV, but that's a matter of opinion for everyone. Clayton, thank you for the super chat. I think Kyla's outside taking pictures of the snow. I wonder if I'm right. Long time watcher, first time commenter. Well, welcome on in, man. Appreciate you stopping in. Isn't the 270 supposed to be on console now? I think so. I'm pretty sure something got messed up with making the 270 weren't available to console players. I think, from what I've heard, there's also some PC players that don't have the 7mm Empress. So hopefully that can get kind of sorted. And a caribou for 3 hours today with nothing greater than a couple of silver level 4s. You know, they're tough. Like, because of the way they're scored, it's not even easy to find golds consistently, let's say. Let alone a diamond. The only reason I have a diamond is I was hunting multiplayer for red fox, and I randomly ran into one. Like, they're tough to get good ones of consistently. Meant the 270 warden? Yeah, that's what I thought. What is your best black-tailed deer? I think it's a 187. Something like that. At least since they changed their scoring. There was a time when they consistently scored over 200. Alright, let's see. I guess we're kind of into whitetail time now. They're so all over the map these days, I don't even know where to look, but we'll go down here. There should be a northern Maine map with moose, coyotes, and all that stuff. The tough part about that, and they kind of pulled it off with Mississippi, is that a piebald duck? That's a decent one. When you've got, you know, all those species already in the game, it's really tough to, you know, sell the community on, you know, buy this map, play this map, whatever. I don't know. I like the idea. Classic has a bunch of maps that mostly have the same species, and it works. I don't know why, but Classic just works despite the fact that there are maps that largely have the same species on different terrain. I just don't know if Call of the Wild can work as well. A main mop would be garbage on this game. A main mop. I knew that's not what you meant, but I like that better. I wonder if there's any whitetail up at the hidden lake. So for anybody that's not aware, see what this drinkstone is? It's actually, for some reason, a lake that does not show up on the map. So we'll go up and see what's going on up in that area. Favorite non-antlered species on this game? It's got to be gray wolves. They're the bigger of the two wolf species, and I just, when wolves attack, I just enjoy that kind of like picking whatever weapon I have and trying to make sure that I, you know, survive however many wolves are attacking. It's cool as well, like you'll get those situations where, you know, maybe you've got a weird loadout, maybe you have the 6.5 like we did in a recent video, and trying to fend off those wolf attacks can be a lot more interesting. I took my first time in Red Deer the other day and was so proud. Been grinding to Aurora for weeks. Nice, Raven. A lot of animals spook very easily as well. That's a little strange. If you could decide the next Great One species, what would you pick? So mule deer would be my immediate answer to that, because I'm of the opinion that you could find some of like the record non-typical mule deer and literally copy them. Like, I don't know if you can copy like a real life deer into a game. That might be, I don't know that it's copyright, but it might be something. So, you know, you could change it up a little bit from that, I guess. You know, do whatever you got to do to not get into trouble, but non-typical and even the biggest typical mule deer are so impressive. Like, they don't need to exaggerate anything. So that would be my immediate answer. I will say I think we need a non-antlered Great One. So, oh, nice, Mel. Non-antlered Great One. Bear species would be cool. Wolf, actually, could be a pretty neat idea. Something like that, but mule deer's my first to that. Do grizzly bears troll a lot? They do. Orange alligator Great One. Isn't a sun gator supposed to be a thing? It was a thing in Red Dead. Does that alert work? I hope it works. I know that. There we go. Raven, thanks for becoming a channel member. I wanted to see that alert come up at some point in the streams. I appreciate it. So yeah, if you're not in the Discord already, make sure you join that. Kyla has the link in chat. Link up your YouTube, get the membership role. Take advantage of all the cool stuff that comes along with that, and enjoy the green name and emojis in chat as well. If you ain't sitting in your tuck with the heater on waiting for a deer to walk in front of your high beams at 1 a.m., are you even hunting? I don't sit in my tuck, but that's up to you. Not bad, Mel. I didn't know you got a Mona 6 tag. I might have missed that in chat if you said it. What gun do you think you use the most? Probably the M1. I could actually look in the lodge. At some point they started counting your stats for like shots fired. Well, the 22 is going to have the most shots fired because I missed all the time. But I wouldn't count that one. So probably the M1, but I'd have to look. What is the easiest? Whitetail? Are you asking what species is the easiest and then asking if whitetail is that species? I would probably say the easiest species to hunt is actually, in terms of getting big ones, probably Battidi's ibex. Caleb, thank you for the super chat as well. When does the IRL hunting vid go out of the buck? So I talked at length about that earlier, so I won't get into it as much this time. But the long and short of it is, we've been working with getting, you know, our show, for lack of a better term, onto a TV network. So Wild TV is the one we've been working with. I know they air in Canada and some other countries. I'm not certain about the US yet. I will confirm that by the time I have like an official video talking about all this stuff, and I will do that. I'm hoping in the next week or two. Now, despite the stuff that I just said about the TV network, I believe the videos are still going to go out on YouTube. I don't know when all that's going to happen. I think kind of like somewhere into fall sort of range. And so this past fall should be the only year like where there wasn't any hunting content. That was bound to happen eventually. But it should allow us to make like a much higher quality product. I'm hoping anyway. It better air on Netflix or Hulu. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know. What? The snow? I do. I have to walk around tomorrow and look for tracks. That's the delay. It's 19 degrees out. It's got to.
It's supposed to snow today.
Well, go figure. Mr. Pig, thanks for the super chat, by the way. How cool. Where's that zone that I have that's got a ton of deer on this side? That one, I think? I hate to run all the way up because it's 90% rabbits. Let's go here and just go down and around. I should put a tent down there. Got a leucistic gold pronghorn. That's cool. What's up, Brett? Am I too late? We still have about 45 minutes to go. What do you think about a new Africa map? I would be a huge fan of adding another Africa map. I think we're about due for one. I maintain that Virunga Savannah is still one of the most hunted maps, despite the... Boy, I'm not climbing that mountain. Hold on. Despite the fact that Virunga is one of the oldest maps in the game. Like, if you go to multiplayer and you look at the amount of servers that are open, Virunga always has, you know, a bunch of servers, so people still play it a bunch. I don't see a reason why another Africa map wouldn't be, you know, super popular like that. And I just think there's a bunch of species that we definitely, you know, are kind of missing. Hyenas are a big one that's requested. Greater kudu, a lot of people want to see. I mean, heck, we got lesser kudu with true horns now. Why not? Eland and sable are talked about a lot, like leopards or, you know, some other big predator. You've got, you know, a million different like antelope species. They could do so much with another map, so I think that'd be a good idea. That 2006 Yamaha Blaster, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate the support. What is the easiest diamond? I think Bathidi's ibex. Feels like a window is open. It's not even that windy. My poor feet are cold. People just want hyenas to get revenge for the Lion King? Maybe. People want beavers to get revenge for the tent skin taken down. What's up? They need zebra. Zebra is a cool species. I don't know that I'd, you know, love to hunt them. I know they are hunted, so I wouldn't complain, but unless they add like true size and stuff, much like your diamond coyotes or diamond mountain lions, like the predator species, a level 1 looks like a level 9, and that just kind of, you know, makes it less fun. Savannah is by far and away my favorite map. If there was another, I would lose it Could add now crocodiles. Yeah, I said that in my wish list. It's a thick blacktail. Gray brown. I feel like they added alligators, and I think they went over pretty well. It would seem to be logical to add crocs on another African map. I feel like shooting a horse to me? Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, Bottom Boy. I don't know what I would do with that. So much snow. You went back to just like flurries again. Doesn't look like there's as much out that window. Tips on theaters? I don't know what that autocorrected from, but I definitely don't have any tips on theaters. What was your very first diamond and what map did you get it on? It was a musk deer on Medved Taiga. It was right around Halloween 2017. 956, I think, on the old scoring system. Zebras taste amazing, though. So do horses. That's awkward. I didn't know that. Zebra is one of my dream hunts. I did not know this. In game, though, I kill a whole herd without hesitation. I forget where I had this conversation, but like there was when Virunga came out, there was a lot of disappointment that there were no elephants, and like there's a lot of logic to why there wouldn't be. But then again, you know, I don't, and I think I'm in probably the majority here. I don't play Call of the Wild to hunt exactly like I do in real life. I kind of play Call of the Wild to do the things I can't do in real life. To, you know, have more than one buck tag a year. I can only shoot one buck a year in real life in PA. To hunt species that I don't get the opportunities to hunt in real life. Or to hunt, you know, deer the size that I don't get to hunt. Now that kind of changed this year. Didn't expect to see such things, but you get my point. Elephants are, you know, I don't think anybody's going to shoot an elephant in Call of the Wild and be like, you know, I just got to kill one in real life now. Maybe I'm wrong, but they're not hunted. Like, I get why they're not hunted. Like, you can't just buy like an elephant tag. I think they're stupid expensive, and the way that all works is crazy, but I don't know, like the gamer side of me, whatever you want to call it, I'd be kind of all in for that. Zebra steak is like insanely good. You can also eat horse, and it's also really nice. My brother, who's in the army, tried it in France, so we got some from an exotic butchery, and it's top tier. It's funny that like it's is taboo the right word? Yeah, I don't know if it's quite to that level, but I don't know. Despite the fact that like people have deer farms, and I know, you know, they're raised for different reasons and all that, but I have no problem eating venison or whatever, but I guess it's just like whatever, a culture or being around them and stuff. I mean, I've been around cows in the same, I don't know, it's weird. I have my brain just can't wrap itself around that. I thought this the other day. There are two types of players I've seen. Ones who use this as an escape to hunting, and ones who use it as an escape from hunting. I'm the latter. So when you say an escape to hunting, I'm trying to understand how. Do you mean people that like don't really get to hunt, and therefore this is their way to do it? Danny, thank you for the super chat, by the way. I've said this before, they could do a donation to conservation efforts or WWF for each purchase of a map that has an endangered species like that. That was the conversation that I had. Again, I forget who I was talking to. But it's unfortunate that this is a thing, but it's a thing in any community. If they raise the price of the map by $1 or $2 or whatever, and then, you know, that extra bit just went straight to whatever conservation efforts, I think generally that would be looked upon as a good thing, but there's bound to be massive complaints because already people complain about the normal price of the map. But I don't know, I think that'd be a cool way to make it not only, you know, fun for players that want those species, but also for the players that are like, nah, I'm against this. Well, then buy the map and like contribute to conservation in real life. I think it's hard to argue with that. But again, like I said, you're going to get people that are like, I don't want to pay $9 for a map, and, you know, fair enough, or $10, whatever it would be. Grant, thank you for the super chat. When choosing multiplayer servers, do you just pick random ones, or do you choose specific ones, or just swap servers, keep searching? So I don't do that. I know, like, kind of hopping servers really quickly is something that's done. I don't like to hunt that way because I get burnt out really quickly doing that. Like, I just feel like it doesn't take long till I'm like, what am I even doing? I'm hitting this same lake over and over and over again. So, like, mostly, if I'm after a particular species, I choose my multiplayer map based on the in-game time to ideally hunt them. And I'll generally stay, like, let's say it's whitetail since we're kind of going after them right now. If I was hunting Layton servers for whitetail, I'll stay till 1600, whitetail are done drinking, I'm probably going to go hunt somewhere else. Unless something else that I'm interested in is going to be huntable right after that. In terms of, like, maybe I just want to hunt multiplayer, usually I look for a server that's pretty empty. And by empty, I mean 1 or 2 players. I just, you know, space for everybody to hunt around is good. I don't normally join servers if it's 7 out of 8, unless it's Medved and there's like 3 servers open. That's pretty much the way I look at it. What?
I said people are gonna complain either way that I read Joe's comment.
Joe?
It's in there.
No way, people in this community never complain. No.
Never.
Everybody's really happy with the way everything works. I agree, JW. I think it's impressive. I gotta find Bottom Boys thing. I can't scroll. Forgot about that. Only way they can realistically hunt is through this and other games. They don't have the ability or want to get outdoors for real. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I'd say you're right, generally. It's those 2 kind of categories of players. And there's people like me who are so picky about what they hunt that they just want to shoot everything with 0 consequences, so they come to the game to walk and choose to run and gun. I mean, yeah. Like I said, like, I get 1 buck tag a year, and usually I don't fill it. I've hunted whitetail. 2007 was my first season, so I think 15 hunting seasons now. This will be my 16th coming up as it's 2022. I think I'm doing the math right there. $7. Almost every other year, but not quite. To me, that's definitely usually not filling it. That less than 50% of the time I do. Whereas in Call of the Wild, I can shoot $100 a day if I want to. Complaining stopped once they released turkeys. I don't think this was the actual motivation, but it would be hilarious to me if we found out that, like, you know, the higher ups at EW were like, they want turkeys? Alright, put them on the next 15 maps. Turkeys on every map. I don't care anymore. Yukon was the beta release for this game? Yukon? I don't know what you're talking about. That's Vector. Vector is new. He's never played this game before. We need zebras, elephants, giraffes, meerkats, hippos, and rhinos? I don't know about giraffes just because, like, what on earth are they going to do in the trophy lodge? Elephants kind of have that same thing. They'd almost have to add a new trophy lodge before they do it. Or with it. That'd be a double whammy as far as DLCs go, but yeah, I don't mind if they don't do any of those, you know, elephants or rhinos or the species that are, like, endangered or whatever, even though I know lions are. I wouldn't be upset if they didn't do it, but it'd be pretty cool if they did it. This game was in alpha until Yukon and you all know it? I disagree with that. Geese came out in August of 2018. That was their kind of low period as far as release goes. After the release of Geese, they actually had a really good bunch of releases. Like, things were pretty stable, and I think it was only Yukon was probably the first bad release. Wasn't that 2019?
What?
Yukon. It had to have been.
Yeah. For sure.
Like, I kind of... Ooh, there's a level 5 elk. Are you serious? That's pretty cool.
Nice.
It's the small rack, so it's not a guarantee, but... What the heck are you doing on my map, sir? Hello. I'm gonna come over there and shoot you now, if you don't mind. Hey, what's up, Tux? Just in time. Look at that. 335 to 407, so 380 something is diamond for them. Big mail. I'm not very good at dropping elk in their tracks. I'm gonna try to, but no promises.
For the montage.
For the montage. Do it for the brand. 22 brain shot? Yeah, let me just get this zoomed in here. Yukon's before my time. I started playing right around scoring 2.0. I actually didn't realize, because that was only, that's 2 years ago now, I guess. Longer than I was thinking. Maybe I did know that. As much as we may nitpick, I feel like overall this game has really good community. Is pretty unmatched. I'm definitely with you on that. The community is top tier in this game. Alright. We're going to have to alert him. Can do so with a 22 shot. It wouldn't make sense to run around necessarily and hurt our breath, so we're just going to shoot back behind us, because if we shoot near him, he is actually going to spook. Okay. Broadside's fine. I'd like him to... I'm not good at elk heart shots, but I'd like him to face us. Come on. I don't have the elk collar today, sadly. He's just gonna leave? That's not how I thought this was gonna go. Come back. I wasn't ready for that. Huh. Well then. We'll have to sneak our way over there. I think you can go around. Just out here extending the hunt for the big male. I don't even know. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. He's just like, alright, you're gonna shoot, okay, bye. Nope, not risking it. I don't know what that sound was, but I don't want to hang around there no more. He said, have a pleasant day. Off to Elk 1, Flinter 0. Off to greener pastures. I guarantee he's gonna rest in there and I'm gonna spook him. He's just gonna be like, yeah, this is my new spot right here in this brush. You think a Scandinavian map is a good idea? Yeah, I'd say so. Ryan, thanks so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, man. Bad Flinter move it was. I should have shot him when he was broadside. Trying too hard to drop stuff. What's up, Raging Nation? You are just in time. We've got a level 5 elk out here in front of us. Doing a good job of staying out of the way. An example was set on the Yukon release. I'm just sad to see that they haven't lived up to the first 3 days of that release. I'm not sure what you mean. Did I just give that elk and Aussie accent for a second there? If I did, I didn't mean to. Elk. Okay, so he was over there. Might have spooked him just by running over here, I don't know. Hard to say what on earth he's going to attempt to do. I would actually think if we spooked him, he should have gone that way. Excuse me, sir. Where did you go? The Ballad of the Disappearing Elk. Well, I don't think he just continued walking. So I think the most likely thing is that he's resting in there somewhere. Now, again, we could have spooked him. What was that? Huh?
What?
I heard some.
I put my cane down.
Oh, oh, the sniffle part. I thought that was you, like, being like, oh no, I spilt it. Is that him? That's a moose. I feel like when a competitive hunting game is announced, it rush releases and then there's issues. Happened when Hunting Sim 2 came out, and this year with all the open country hype. Yeah, I mean, and again, it's usually not any fault of the people making those games. The higher ups in companies such as that tend to try to push things at a rate that they shouldn't be or can't be done. Found him, by the way. Alright. Goodness gracious, I don't even know. Yeah, dropped him. That was so bad, I couldn't control the recoil enough to find him. What's your music you use in your background? It's from Epidemic Sound. The names of such songs I do not know, and the reason is, when I downloaded them, the titles were all different. And like they changed stuff now, and the same songs probably still exist. I just don't know the names. Small male. I would have liked to shoot him out in the open, but he just wasn't having any of that, so here we are. Man, that could have made for a nice screenshot the way he died if he wasn't in the brush. Anyway. 382. He made it by exactly 2. Cool. And he's the tan fur type. I don't like... It's not that I don't like the look of it. I just hate the description of the orange fur type because elk are not orange, in my opinion. Cool. 2 diamonds today. So I think the main reason we're finding cool stuff today is Layton had like a redistribution of its population with the Rancho release, I think. And I thought there was some pop resets. Maybe it was just whitetail. But diamond elk, diamond mallard today? Not too bad. Big male. Anything I missed? Diamond mallard earlier, and I don't know if you caught the diamond elk just there. Got my first diamond. It was a big 4.7 score turkey. Nice. Honestly, if you get a turkey that scores 4.7 or 4.8, it's actually kind of rare. The 4.6s are just everywhere. But getting a bigger one is difficult. Diamond score for Bobcat, I think 27.8 is the requirement. The Grelk drilling rifle that has 9.3 by 74R, would that work? With K-Buffalo, it will. It's gonna be a little underpowered. If you shoot them in the lungs, like they're gonna run a while before they go down, but they will go down. Oh yeah. Hopefully it just keeps on doing that. I want to get to walk around and look for more tracks.
Not like they just put those cameras up.
Yeah, I looked today. I thought maybe they'd get things together at the start of a new week, but they haven't said anything about delivering them yet.
Unfortunate.
It is. I gotta scroll up and find that. I knew that taking a break from the grind would get you something good. Congrats on the elk and the mallard. Thank you. It's always nice to just, you know, hunt for the sake of hunting. Like, a lot of times when we switch up loadouts or, you know, do random different style hunts, they end up having good results. And I think it's because, like, you don't get so locked in on one species. Like, instead of just chasing moose today, because I did come out here with the hope of finding a diamond moose. I wanted another diamond moose for our one room. But we didn't just hunt moose. We hunted moose at the beginning, and then we just let the time go. And we're actually not even looking for elk. Like, we're out here kind of looking for whitetail. It's their drink time. Had we reset the time and continued chasing moose, I don't know that we would have found that elk. Play Silver Ridge Peaks. I'm sure we'll be headed back there again sometime in the near future. I still want to continue chasing black bear. These moose on Layton make it hard to hunt anything else because you just non-stop running into moose. They are everywhere. When I hunt geese, they get defensive before they even get close to me. Yeah, they're broken right now. And geese are bugged. I just found a Diamond Cape Buffalo, and next to it a Melanistic Kudu. The server lagged and I can't pick them up. What do I do? So I would stay there a while and see if maybe anything changes. So here's what you should do. Open the map and see if anybody else in that server is moving. If all the characters are sitting still, probably the server crashed, and I'm not sure there's anything you can do about it. I've lost a number of trophies to that particular bug. If the people are moving around, it's most likely a ping issue, and if you hang around long enough, you should be able to claim them. What's up, Jeb? What map are you on? We're on Layton Lakes today. What is the biggest moose you have? Do you have a 300 plus? I do. It was actually from a Layton live stream about this time last year. One of our earliest hunts in 2021 netted us a 300.5 diamond moose. I believe we might have been hunting rabbits. I don't know what we were doing. We were running through the middle of Valmont, and somewhere up in this area, we spooked him. I saw him running away, and I was like, oh, that's a big moose. We got to go after that. So we tracked it for like 30 minutes. It was the very end of the stream. I was going to continue streaming until we got him. But literally, like, I end at 5 o'clock usually. At like 4:59, for some reason, it got to a point where it turned around and was running back at us. And it ended up being an iron sights heart shot. Like 25 meters or something. Running back to us. It was pretty cool. I bet that's not another 5. I also bet we're never going to see it up there, so if we had the color, I'd bring it out. Open question. I restarted, was on Layton Valmont Lake at night. Found a level 9 bear. Oh, get back here. Chat went flying. I didn't want to chance a dark shot with the 243, so I left it. But now I'm on the Mr. Black mission, so was that one Mr. Black? I ain't been back yet. Valmont Lake, I think, is where Mr. Black spawns. But if you spotted him, like, see up there where it's at, let me see if I can spot something instead. It should be the same, but for the sake of trying to make things easier. Sort of like a duck or something. There we go. So, like, when you spot said level 9 bear, I think it should, you know, it should say mallard or, you know, black bear. And then I think in parentheses, Mr. Black. If it was a random level 9 bear, it shouldn't have said anything, obviously, after that. So if it didn't say Mr. Black, I think it's a random spawn. Kyle out here with the roasts. Better quit roasting, you're going to melt the snow.
Someone said, nerd get a life, but they spelled nerd wrong. I said, next time try to insult, try to spell correctly.
My favorite, and I know, you know, get a life isn't an intelligence insult, but the best thing ever is when someone tries to insult your intelligence and spell something wrong. Because it's like, well, I don't even have to listen to that.
You're clearly...
Couldn't spell a 4-letter word wrong. By the way, my normal response to the get a life comments are that I've looked all through Amazon and Walmart, they just don't sell them. I can't order one online. It's a sad existence, really. Need to find out, but I've been binging The Witcher, so it's hard to find the time. Gotta just get out there and do it. Was he at a zone? Do you have a zone for him? I'm starting to think this is a bad spot to hunt whitetail, by the way, because we are not finding any. Maybe we should try somewhere else. I think there's some up here now. Let's go see if we can find any in that area. Just shot level 9 diamond mountain lion. Nice. People who say get a life are just mad you're living the dream. I mean, I get that to an extent. It's probably... I mean, those comments, I don't know that they show up as often anymore. But it'll happen fairly often, like in YouTube comments or whatever, like, dude, go hunting for real life. Like, I do, okay? I do both.
Yikes. What was that recently I read? Someone said, yikes, you must not hunt real life because that is definitely not a spike.
Yeah, I called them, because the whitetail spikes can't actually be spikes in this game, it's like a 6-point, but I called it a spike, and he's like, oh, you don't hunt in real life. I just don't shoot spikes, my guy. Adam, thank you for the super chat. Knock, knock, interrupting cow. Moo. Are you telling me to move out of the way, Mr. Interrupting Cow? If you shoot an animal but he does not die and you still have the zone, will he still come back to the zone? Sometimes? What is that? Oh, it's the candle. I could see the flashing, reflecting off the roof. I guess it's getting dark enough now. It freaked me out. A fire! Anyway, so sometimes if you shoot an animal, they'll immediately return. If it's just simply not going to die, you could reset the time and it'll go back to that zone. But if it's going to bleed out slowly, there's a chance that it's never coming back.
I think that happens.
I've had some people say to me, you've clearly never hunted IRL, and I just reply, bro, it's a game, not in real life. The fact that people think that you need to hunt in Call of the Wild the same way you do in real life is absolutely bizarre to me. I simply do not understand the thinking there. Like, I don't have a bag limit, I don't have a number of tags, I don't have regulations. Like, what makes you think this needs to be real life? Like, now if you're doing a video, I've done it before, like doing a video like I'm hunting in real life. Like I turned off tracks, I turned off spotting outline, all this stuff. And I enjoyed that, but after I started filming my own hunts, I just didn't get the same enjoyment out of it. Like maybe then, if you're hunting like that and people are like, this doesn't even seem close to real life, I still don't think they should insult like what you're doing because it's still a game, but I don't know. What's up, Adam? Thank you for the super chat again. Been good. Having a good stream as well. We've got a diamond mallard and a diamond Roosevelt today. 2 types of hunters out here, that is for sure. If I restart, will all my trophies stay in my lodge? It seems that is the case, yeah. My name and Call of the Wild shouldn't be in the same sentence. He used to be like Mr. Kill Something Cool on Stream guy, though. Animals respawn when you kill them? It's a game for fun? Yeah, you know, I can't wrap my head around, like, I don't know why people think that what you do in Call of the Wild is any indication of your real life hunting capabilities or whatever. Like, it's the same, you know, because I call it what is a 6-point, technically, you know, I guess it has 6 points, but it's a spike. It's a spike with a couple of little additional points. I don't know what are the odds we can find one here today. Like, I guess if people are using all the wrong terminology, you can be like, huh, you don't hunt in real life, but why does that matter? Like, some of the top players in this game don't hunt. Hannah, thank you for the super chat, by the way. I think the, YouTube sending a million sub alerts may delay that alert, but thank you so much. Mr. Kill Something Cool on Stream Guy is a cool name. Accept it. Why is there no Call of the Wild mobile? There is the Hunter mobile, actually. They made a mobile game, I don't know, about a year and a half ago. I've never played it. I don't know if it's good. Until I see the video of your buck, I don't think you hunt in real life. Could be Photoshop. It is.
For sure.
I actually shot a 2-point and just photoshopped a bunch of random tines on there.
That's what happens when you buy property from old people that love animals.
Well, the guy used to hunt, but his wife was like, you know, super. I don't think she was anti-hunting at all, but just like, you know, super animal lover, and I kind of understand why you'd end up maybe giving up hunting. Shot a doe confirmed. I did also shoot a doe. I like to play pretty realistically, but then I don't hunt in real life. Bottom line, it's a game, play however you want. That's one of the biggest compliments that I can give Call of the Wild, is that you can play it in so many different ways. Like, you can run and gun, you can shoot, you know, 50 animals in 2 hours or whatever. Or you can be super selective and, you know, maybe only hunt one animal and try to hunt like real life. There's a spike elk, by the way. I know he's got additional points. That one's actually not quite a spike, but he's small. It's about as close as you'll get to a spike. Get smoked, small guy. Oh, I think I've had that same people. It's that same people. Good lord. I've had that same people say that to me. The same guy says that to me, Mel. He says turn off the spotting hacks or something like that. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, turn off the spotting outline. It's unrealistic. And I was like, cool. So we're shooting 30 animals in this video, but you didn't say anything about that, did you? I don't. Here's the thing about the spotting outline, because I know I need to make this very clear. I have nothing against anybody that doesn't use it. I know DD doesn't use it because I think he, you know, feels that it makes it more realistic. That is absolutely fine. The reason that I use the spotting outline more so than the fact that it helps me make more accurate shots, more so than the fact that it allows me to see animals through brush, is that for the viewer, it lets you know what animal I'm looking at, it lets you know what animal I'm talking about, it lets you know more where I'm trying to aim. Because if I'm shooting an animal through brush, I can probably get a better idea of where that animal is, where his shoulder is and stuff, because I'm there looking at the screen. Then you are just kind of like watching it from a removed perspective. Like, maybe it's harder to track the movement, maybe there's little details that you can't see. If you're watching on a phone, for instance, it's hard to see, like, you know, those little intricate details that you can see on a big gaming monitor. I don't know. That's why I like to use it. What was too natural? Oh, me going into that goofy thing that I did. I tried real hard. What's up, Scarecrow? Hey, do you want to talk about people that think the spotting outline's hacked? That's what we're doing right now. Squirrel Killer, thanks for the super chat. I know it's not much, but I enjoy the videos, and is it possible to kill a great one whitetail? With only killing 4 whitetail in total, none were diamond. It is. That can happen. It's quite lucky, but it can happen. I ran right past that elk. I don't hunt in real life. I ran past this dead elk. Anyway. It's evidence. By the way, Squirrel Killer, I really appreciate that. What's your favorite animal that you've shot in-game? Probably the piebald diamond whitetail. It was on stream. It was really cool to have a super rare on stream. Big meal. We've taxed 3 things today. One's a hall of shame, though. How do you get the ducks to come into your decoys? They don't really do that now. Hopefully they're going to fix it, but they're kind of broken at the moment. As far as I know, they basically just land in the water and stay there. In fact, they've basically promised a waterfowl rework sometime this year. So, yeah, I'd stay tuned for that. Squirrel Killer, thank you so much for the super chat once again, because that just happened to me, and no problem. That's awesome, dude. It's really, really good luck, but hey, I wouldn't complain. Casey, thanks for becoming a channel member as well. Greatly appreciate that. I'm sure you know the drill as far as linking everything up. YouTube and Discord and such. Appreciate it, dude. I'm a Schuster. Holy. Clayton, oof. Have you ever thought of changing your settings from metric to imperial? Yeah, so the reason that I play in metric is because I played classic for about 7 years before Call of the Wild came out. Classic didn't have the option to play in imperial. A lot of the weights and stuff match in classic and Call of the Wild, so your whitetail, your blacktail, elk, moose, like they all have the same max weights. Rather than relearning, you know, the max weight in pounds for all those species, I just stuck it with metric. Are you having a conversation with yourself over there, by the way?
I think I have finally a gold mellow flower, but
What?
because the sun's playing tricks on me, so I'm gonna call it in.
Well, if you do, post it in Discord. It's been good, Casey. We shot a diamond elk, diamond mallard, level 1 elk. Just, you know, out here finding some trophy lodge stuff. We're probably going to check this lake and then head back to the lodge, actually. Mobile does not like his name. It doesn't like mine either, I feel it. Hannah, thanks for becoming a channel member as well once again. If you're not in the Discord, be sure to join that. Link up your YouTube, get the member role, get all that good stuff that comes along with that, and enjoy the green name and emojis in chat as well. Oh yeah, bottom boy. Just shot a diamond gray mountain lion, sweet. I've had diamond gray pumas. I don't think I ever got a diamond gray mountain lion. Is it not a Mela?
It's in the bushes.
Well, don't shoot it with a 300 just in case.
Yeah, but 300 if it's not Noah. Disappointing me like that.
I've typed Flinter enough it suggests... Oh, what did I try to type last night? Oh, I was talking to Aaron. I sent him a picture. So I just... I've been finally getting some stuff done around here now that hunting season's kind of winding down. I got my 4 bows hung up down in the basement. And I sent him a picture of that, and I was saying, like, eventually, assuming that I get a new one, I'm not going to have room just because of the way that I have it done. So I said, like, I've got a hydro-dipped European out of an old buck that I shot. This is red, white, and blue, so I was going to say, like, I could put my red, white, and blue bow there. And for those of you that aren't aware, when I was using that bow in 2020, we were referring to it as the Freedom Flinger because it was a fantastic name. I tried to type that in my phone. I guess I've typed my own name enough. Did it try to say the Freedom Flinter? Why must Fallow hate me? Is it confirmed? Is it common? Goodness. Where are you heading? Classic, probably. Do you like to bow hunt in real life? It is my favorite form of hunting that there is. I did shoot my buck with a gun this year, and you know, I wouldn't trade the way that went for anything, but bow hunting is definitely like my passion. You know, I talked a whole bunch on stream about the late season here in PA, and we're in that right now. There's about a week. There's exactly a week left. And I was saying, like, I've never shot a deer with a flintlock. I think I'm going to really try to take the flintlock out this year. I've been taking my bow every chance I get. I enjoy archery hunting too much. Adam, thank you for the super chat again. I got to get back to work. I always love catching your streams. We all love your content and are always ready for more. Well, thank you, man. Peace out for now. We'll hopefully catch you in the next stream. And enjoy the rest of your workday. Hopefully it goes by quickly. You need Nico check, Freedom Flinter. It's getting out of hand. It's fine. I'm gonna shoot my next buck with me truck. Are you gonna self-film that? Get a dash cam? It'd be a lot easier, I'll tell you. Is there a buck here? Just a random doe? I think I've got a whitetail zone up around here somewhere. What's that? It's a little darker colored. Okay, it's a black-tailed doe. Thought it might have been a buck. Favorite gun? I think it's the M1. I do quite like guns like the 270 Warden. I'm a big fan of camo guns. My inline muzzleloader in real life's camo. My deer rifle's camo. It's not my flintlock. Okay, so to describe this one real quick. We had a gun raffle one time, and I forget who actually won the gun. I think it might have been my dad's ticket. But it was a shotgun of some sort, and he had basically the same thing. So we took the money for it. I think paid an additional maybe like 75 bucks or whatever, and got a flintlock because there's 3 of us. He had 2 flintlocks. Got a third one. It's camo as well. I like camo guns, but the M1, as far as how capable it is of taking down a lot of medium-sized game in very short order, I think it's my favorite. I want an IRL camo gun. All mine have been Woodstock or black synthetic. I'm a big fan of them. Now, my deer rifle's got the Badlands camo, and it was kind of just what was available, and I didn't have a ton of time because I bought that not too long before we went to Texas. I kind of wish it was something different. Maybe I'll get a wrap for it, but it's still cool. Got a diamond level 3 pronghorn. I hate to break this to you, but that shouldn't be possible. So either was it in multiplayer because it may have been like a hack server situation or something like that. I'm not exactly sure like what would cause that, but that's the most likely reason. Nice. Alright, probably last kill. That's the level 7 black bear. Saw your video with the great one running by. So cool, that was nuts. I'll never... Just for it to go the way that it did. I think the most important thing to kind of understand with that particular sequence of events was I had stopped recording for the day. Like, my video was done. And then I spotted another level 3 whitetail, and I was like, well, I mean, I haven't even edited yet. I might as well go ahead and add this to the end of the video. Why not? So I start recording, and like the fact that I got to record the Great One reaction live, because if let's say there was no level 3 whitetail there, I wouldn't have been recording. I still would have gone through there, and I still would have had a Great One run by. But then, you know, either that video or that segment of the video starts with, I just saw the Great One, let's go get it. Like, it's a lot less fun. Is a piebald diamond mallard a super rare? It doesn't really... Like, unfortunately, it doesn't quite count. diamond mallards and rare mallards aren't quite as rare as other species. Like, it's still a very cool kill. I'd like to have one. I don't have one. But, like, as far as what's normally considered a super rare, it wouldn't be. I started to watch your first vid and couldn't, maybe? It was funny compared to now. I can't watch my old content. I really can't. It just makes me cringe too hard. It's rough. You're awesome. I loved your YouTube videos and whole channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Blacktail down there. Alright, we're going to grab a couple of bears and then run back to the Trophy Lodge. Is Hirschfelden fun? Some people enjoy it. The species that I like the most on Hirschfelden, so, you know, red deer, fallow deer, even roe deer, you can just hunt them more effectively on other maps, and for me, that just kind of takes away any fun that I get from Hirschfelden. Every now and then, it's fun to hunt, but it's hardly one that I'm going to go to, you know, day after day. Is a diamond albino blue wildebeest a super rare? Yes. What is your opinion on flintlock and precision rifles in real life? I'm not sure I'm exactly familiar with what you mean by precision rifles. I think I might know, but I may need you to describe exactly what you're after. Bring back the old intro for one video just to confuse people. Kyla had me bring back the old outro.
I tried so hard.
The old intro?
The old stuff.
I don't even have an old intro. Oh, hello and welcome back to that intro. It was terrible. I don't like it.
Every time you finish recording, I always say it.
She does, yeah. I did it once, that's all you're getting. At the end of a 45-minute video. I really did not. I wanted to do it for the last video of the year. I didn't consider that it was going to be 45 minutes long at the time. You know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to start to get rid of this wall of Cape Buffalo. I forgot this was a bighorns one, though. Do I have any other small ones mounted? Let me see. The brown one's staying. Well, that doesn't really... Oh, no, I do still, right? In here, I think. Okay. So we're going to take that down. We're going to see when I shot this. May 25th. We're going to take this into here. Can we see your 300 moves? Yeah. Let me find this real quick. May 25th, 2020. Okay. Got a bighorns boy over there. We're going to take our new elk and put it back here. And ideally, eventually, we'll get like a couple of elk. Holy smokes.
Ouch.
Hey, there's a radiator there. Radiator.
A what?
A radiator.
How do you say that again?
Is radiator.
What is it called?
It's a radiator.
For everybody else.
It's a foot stop for those of you that walk into it.
Yeah.
I forget what I'm looking for now. My 300 moves. Oh, we gotta put the mallard up too. Are you okay? She's laying on the floor in pain right now. And she's actually just standing up. She's fine. That's rad-eater. Just so you know, all PA people say that. That's rad, bro. Can we look at your most shot gun? There's no way to just see like your most shot one. You can, like you can look at how many shots you fire with any individual one that you have, you know, placed or whatever. This really doesn't seem fair. This pheasant is so much bigger. It's fine. Do I have an M1 somewhere immediately accessible? I have no idea. I think in here. What were we saying about bad spelling or grammar? It's radiator. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Where do I have an M1? Do I really not have one placed? I have to. I just don't know where. The 22 is hilarious to look at. 5,000 shots fired, 3,700 are misses. Pretty rough. Is this the M1? Yes. Yeah, 4,000 shots fired with the veteran. Only 400, so like 90% accurate with the M1. That's not too bad considering it's semi-automatic. Anyway, I enjoyed that stream. It was nice to, for one, just get away from the grinding mentality a little bit, and also kind of using this different streaming software. I think I'm going to look into getting custom alerts and hopefully have cooler alerts for the future. I said Creek the other day and I was almost proud. I've started saying Creek because I get made fun of for that too. So, it's what it is. Anyway, that is going to do it for this stream. So as always, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Thank you for all the support. And I will see you in tomorrow's video.